This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
Well, you know what fucking time it is. It's time to release the fucking Kraken! Oh, again, I fucking released it. I released it on your ass. You didn't understand it was happening. You thought maybe this time was different. Oh no, he's not going to release the Kraken this time. But guess what? I fucking released it. I've got to tell you this before things get a little weird on this episode of the Violent Professional Podcast, episode 60-fucking-6. I've got this little monitor, just cattywampus and askew from the fucking the actual camera I use, so it's super distracting. This doesn't much apply to people that are listening to the podcast, but it does very much apply to the people that watch us on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, you should go subscribe. That'd be dope. Yeah. So I glance over and I see myself. I got some new lighting that looks like it's about to fall over. Hopefully it doesn't, because this could be interesting, and I'll comment on it. But I have new lighting, camera, monitor. I've got all this cool shit that has been sponsored by the patrons over at patreon.com/violentprofessional. I truly appreciate them, and you should too, because the reason this podcast has improved with audio-wise and video-wise is because of patrons that truly, dedicate their resources to fucking help me grow this motherfucker. If you're on YouTube or you're on the fucking podcast audio version on fucking SoundCloud, Spotify, on fucking iTunes, give them a shout out. Say thanks, patrons. And maybe one day you could be one of those fucking people on the Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/violentprofessional and you can fucking help us grow. It's super dope. I enjoy it. I give them little kickbacks. They got some super legit stickers in the mailbox. The Pony Express is delivering that shit to those people. You don't get it if you're just listening. If you're not a patron, but the patrons get it. So, go check that out. Yeah. This is going to be a good episode. I've got some news from the UFO and the fucking alien worlds. There's a few of them within reach. If we had that technology that the government's been telling us about, they promised us a while ago, a few weeks ago in 2020 while we're doing this coronavirus bullshit. They told us that they have off-world vehicles. Now, they just gotta fucking prove that shit to us. Show me that alien dick. Show it to me. Fucking grab that shit. I want a petrified fucking alien boner and put it on the fucking table and be like, look at this thing. It's got 3 heads and it does cool shit. Like, it's got anti-gravity. This fucking alien dick has anti-gravity. I want to see that shit. Present it to me. I will take it on the fucking chin, so to speak. And what I'm saying right now is super relatable because it's what we're going to be talking about on this episode. Just shut the fuck up for a minute, all right? Listen to me. Listen to me talk. Listen to the soothing sounds of my fucking voice. I'm going to talk about it. But first, I want to talk about some other stuff. This fucking little fly that has continued to fucking annoy me for fucking weeks on end is still here. Or maybe it's one of his babies. I don't fucking know. Fucking fly. He just shows up. He's like, oh, is the camera on? Oh, he's like one of those social media influencers. He's like, oh, candid shot for the fucking gram, dude. The fly gram. I've got a busy day of fucking licking shit and laying my babies inside of it. Maybe the people would like to see me fly around, strut my stuff on the fucking videos. So I figured I'd kick this off. I was searching through my phone for fucking information about the topics I'm going to present to you. Exhibit A, so to speak. And I was like, I know I got some shit in my notes, some like funny shit I talked about on, a while back that I wrote down in my notes. and the people will probably want to hear it. I think they're little jokes that I wrote, little, relatable topics, topical conversation situations. Like, I had this one, I can't find it, but it was about seeing this hot lady, this older lady that had a bunch of kids, and she was in the fucking trampoline gymnasium. So it's like a place where you bring your children, and there's a bunch of trampolines and shit, and like they do flips and whatnot. And I had this little thing that was like, how inappropriate would it be if you saw this hot older lady, this MILF, in the trampoline gym, and you get a boner in the fucking trampoline gym? Super inappropriate. And I had this whole thing written up about it, and I just couldn't find it. But I did find some other shit that I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fucking ecstatic to hear about. So I wrote this about over a year ago, and I completely fucking forgot I wrote it. And it was the idea for a fucking funny song, and maybe it'll turn into something. But I have the lyrics in my notes on my Samsung phone, because I ain't fuck with those iPhones. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. You're never going to see what it is unless you go on YouTube. You're never going to hear. So you should go over there, subscribe, and look at what I was just pointing at. This thing's fucking massive. Anyway, so I had some lyrics from this fucking song I was writing with one of my buddies, and it's absolutely retarded. It's ridiculous, and so I'm just going to say the lyrics to you because I felt it was quite funny. Because I remember, once I saw it, I was like, I fucking remember writing that, and I have no idea what the fuck the point of it is. Hold on one second. I got to fucking make sure something's plugged in so I can fucking make sure it doesn't die. Hold on one second. Okay, well, I don't know if disaster is averted or whatnot, but anyway, so this little ditty's called Dudes on Vacation. And I hope you're excited for it, because I sure as hell am. I'm excited to tell you. I'm not going to sing it. Like, I know the way that I was supposed to fucking, sing the song to you, but, I remember writing this fucking thing in the middle of nowhere, and we were laughing, and it's stupid as fuck, so maybe you'll think it's funny. I'm just going to say the lyrics to you, all right? Like, I hope you enjoy this. Song's called Dudes on Vacation. Here goes the lyrics. Dudes on vacation. Dudes on vacation. It's a dude celebration. It's dudes on vacation. Fuck chicks. Fuck yo tits. Get mo dicks. Doing cool shit with dudes on vacation. A dude celebration. Dude safari. Dude dance parties. Tropical drinks. Chick vacation stinks. It's dudes on vacation. Dudes on vacation. A dude celebration, 'cause it's dudes on vacation. That's absolutely ridiculous, but I feel like it's got some fucking, it's got some legs to it. You could take that, somebody out there, and make a fucking Dudes on Vacation song. I will totally listen to it. I'll download that shit on iTunes, even though I don't like iTunes. Which is ridiculous, because wherever you get your fucking, your songs and your dances from, who gives a fuck? I'm gonna unplug this fucking thing. It's bothering me. Okay, well, that might die, but I don't need to look at it anyway. It's the monitor. It's just, like, it's all, like, the cable is all weird. Stop charging at 15%. Maybe I fucked this thing up. I don't know. But yeah, that's a fucking banger, people. It's a fucking club banger. It's fucking club banger. Dudes on Vacation. It's gonna be on hot fucking to the top 10 countdown with fucking Casey Kasem, the ghost of Casey Kasem. He's gonna sing Dudes on Vacation. He's like, and number one, Dudes on Vacation, coming at you live. It's going to be a fucking banger, dude. Dude, imagine it. Imagine what's going on. You don't need chicks. Just get some dudes on vacation. Wherever they vacation. You know? I mean, one of the most interesting parts of this whole little ditty is the dude safari. Like, what kind of fucking safari are you on? Is it just you going on a safari, cruising for dudes? Like, you're like, oh, there's a fucking dude right there in the fucking tall grass. He's trying to sneak up on us. You know, a bunch of dudes just rolling in the hay. I don't know what kind of dude safari it is. Or a dude dance party. You know, the song sounds kind of gay, but it's like, man, it's got some fucking legs to it. Like big long legs, big muscular legs. You know, oiled up, hot, fresh, ready to gawk at. You know? If you're a bunch of dudes, get some dudes together and get those dudes on fucking vacation. You know, go anywhere. Fuck chicks. Get rid of them. More dudes, less chicks. That's what I always say. You know? Too many dicks on a dance floor? I beg to differ. Not enough dicks on that dance floor if you're going to go on vacation. Yeah. So, hope you like that shit. That was interesting. I found that in my phone and I totally forgot about it. Fucking weird shit. You should do that. I would suggest that to anybody. You know, just dig through the fucking archives on your phone. And maybe you'll find something interesting. You know, maybe you wrote a song there that's fucking maybe chicks on vacation. And that's counter, you know, it's counter to my song. So I'm going to have to fight you. Ping Pong Tactical is a tactical hard-use gear company out of the Pacific Northwest. They have a plethora of holsters and accessories as unique as you are, built to your exact specifications. You want a holster with a dragon on it? Maybe you want a holster with two dragons intertwined looking back at you. Well, if you want that, they got you, son. You want a place to put your screaming keys so they're easier to locate when they scream at you? They got you as well. You got a weed rolling tray, man? No? Well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. Just ask Logan over at Ping Pong Tactical, and he will hook you up with any Codex your little black heart desires. So go check them out at pingpongtactical.com and use code VIOPRO at checkout for 10% off your entire order, man. I've been thinking a little bit lately. I made some other, you guys know about this. You know my fucking dirty little secret of I make microwavable foods late at night when I've had a little bit too many of the Colorado Kool-Aid. It's my fucking, it's my black cloud. It's my fucking bugaboo situation. It's everything that just brings me down. I feel like I'm doing good health-wise. I stop drinking and then I take a little sip. I'm just like, I'll just do one. Fucking, it's not one. It's one case. And then all of a sudden, I got a thirst for fucking really shitty food. Or a hunger for really shitty food. You gotta understand this. When I was a youngster, we were fucking pretty broke. My mom was single mother working. She had a job. She was fucking going to college. She became a fucking educator. Smart lady. She fucking, took care of 3 kids. But a lot of times she was away, so we had to experiment with food and whatever the fuck was in the fucking cabinets, Maybe there wasn't food that day, and so I made a mayonnaise sandwich to eat. You don't judge me. I was trying to survive. Turns out she made it. She did good for herself, and she fucking, brought us out of that situation. Gotta give her props. But what it taught me is that you can eat anything. You can eat fucking anything. I fucking promise you. So, because of my childhood, it's your fucking environment is what essentially is what, you're the product of your fucking environment as a child. And so therefore I enjoy a mayonnaise sandwich from time to time. And it's fucking disgusting. It's not that I think it's disgusting. It's that other people think it's disgusting. And then I take that and I'm like, man, I probably shouldn't eat that. I probably shouldn't tell people, like, if I get really drunk and there's like, I'll find some bread and some fucking mayonnaise. I don't even care if it's expired. I'll fucking throw it on there and be like, this is delicious. I'll tell you about what I made just before this podcast because I was starving. I took a fucking hot dog bun. Now hold on. There's no hot dogs in this fucking story. I took a hot dog bun. I took fucking some fucking lunch meat, a turkey variety. It was honey baked turkey. I threw that on there, like 2 pieces of that in the hot dog bun. All right, plot thickens. Threw some fucking shredded cheese on there, not just any shredded cheese. I threw some fucking Mexican shredded cheese. I don't know what's the difference. Maybe it's thinner. The consistency is thinner. Or maybe it was thrown across the border. Who fucking knows? I don't. But it tastes delicious. It's probably the stuff that you find on every fucking taco and every taco truck. It's just very thin and you fucking, you garnish that shit. You put it on the fucking, the lunch meat and the fucking hot dog bun. It's in there. It's like a sandwich wallet, the hot dog buns are perfect for sandwiches, compact, put them in your mouth like a fucking, like, it's already the shape of your mouth and your throat. You just fucking throw it in there. So you get the whole sandwich in 2 bites. No mess, no fuss, no mess, or whatever the fuck you want to say. But anyway, continuing on, there's more to this story, and more to this sandwich, this delectable treat from the fucking trailer park. I took some fucking turkey meat, I threw it on the fucking hot dog bun, folded it real nice, compressed it down like it's a goddamn meat wallet. Then I took the shredded cheese, and then I fucking baked that shit for 30 seconds in the microwave. You should see this fucking delectable treat. It looked like a fucking eclair or some shit with fucking shredded cheese. But don't stop there. I took that and put it on a plate. And then I took some ketchup and just covered it to the brim to fill up the rest of the space. If you have a hot dog in there, you got about a fucking 1/4 inch of space. I filled that up with ketchup. It was fucking ketchup. It was nice. It was good. I didn't stop there. I just had 2 of them. So not only did I make that bad decision, I made another one. All right. You can take that. Take that little bit of ice. You're a little bit drunk. You're a little bit fucking hungry, or maybe stoned. You fucking make a little fucking microwave food. So it made me think. Like, I've got a lot of those treats. I've made a microwave sandwich, or I've made a grilled cheese sandwich in the microwave before. That's much simpler than the fucking delectable treat I just fucking told you about. I'm giving away all my secrets here, but you just take shredded cheese and you put it on fucking bread and microwave that shit. What it does, it gets a little bit fucking gooey, a little bit fucking soft and moist, and then you fucking put it's like crunchy on the outside. You can't lose unless people see you eat it, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Hey man, I'm living life. I got no time to fuck around with fancy fucking meals. I don't got Fancy Feast. Which is, I just realized that's the name of a cat food. I don't eat fucking garbage like that. I'm not eating cat food. I may have tried a dog treat or 2 in my day, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What I was thinking about doing is doing like a series of fucking videos, like cooking show maybe. And it only involves the microwave. I've got plenty of treats that I could fucking do that. And I think it would be a good time. Let me know in the comments of the video or the fucking thing you're listening on if you want to see a fucking cooking show by yours truly detailing how to make fucking shit in the microwave when you're really drunk. It could be interesting. Give you some fucking things to impress your friends. You got a fancy party going on. You put some fucking hot dog buns and slice that shit up. It'll look like fancy food. Finger foods. You put that on a plate, no one will know the difference. And it's like Hannibal Lecter when he has his fucking dinner party. And then he releases it to the people that they're eating people. But instead it's like garbage food. They like, this is the remaining ingredients I had in my house. There's basil, hot dog fucking buns, and Vienna sausages. It's a fucking feast if you do it right. And you involve a microwave. Don't be weird. I know there's some of you out there that fucking know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's weird. That's weird. I'm a weird dude, and I know some of you listen, like, all of you that fucking continuously listen to this are weird too, because, like, this is such a fucking all over the place podcast. There's no focus to it. I don't do interviews. I did the fucking first 10 episodes. I did interviews of people, and then I look back after I started, like, Bear Court was the first episode where we just broke free of the bullshit podcast methodology of just fucking interviewing people that I don't give a fuck about. Like, you know, some of those people I care about, but some of the times it was just like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, this dumb as shit. Like, oh, and what was that like? No one fucking cares. You know, to some respect, there's people that like that kind of shit, but for me, I gotta fucking sit here and talk to you without you responding, so I've got to fucking keep the fucking, you know, podcast interesting. I got to do what I want. I want to just fucking spill my brain out without thinking about it and worry about the repercussions of what I said later, you know? And that's what I do on this podcast. Not all podcasts are created equal, but I enjoy this one, all right? So just fucking chill out. You know, enjoy your time too, or don't, or fucking, you know, do whatever. So, social media has been weird lately. You may have seen me on social media talking about, posting little fucking things about it, doing stories. You know, I seem to talk about social media a lot, but I had this idea. It was like, you know, the government's been talking about alien life and, you know, the concept of off-world vehicles that they have, but they're not telling us about, and they're going to soon. Well, what's the fucking delay? Just fucking tell us. Yes, we have off-world vehicles. Tune in fucking 6 months from now. But also there's a theory that, like, there's aliens walking among us. There's aliens here, and they look like you and me. I would put my finger on a bunch of people that I've seen that are famous and wealthy that are fucking aliens. But I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, I'm looking at people on social media and I'm just very confused. And it all comes back to, I'm very confused about human behavior. I just don't understand it. And me being a human, why is that confusing? Because maybe I'm not a fucking human. You know, and let me explain this. You know, maybe some of you out there aren't either. You've lost your way. You don't understand that you're a fucking otherworldly being, and you just fucking sit here and you're looking at people and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with people? It's pretty much like everybody on social media, these influencers taking fucking duck face photos just for likes with no added benefit of providing any fucking comfort for your family. You're just sitting there fucking taking photos, posting it, and sitting there waiting. You're waiting to see what people are going to say. What comments, likes. Oh my God, not enough people are like, you got to do something different. And then you fucking do something else. And it all resorts to you, it all resorts to you showing your fucking poontang and your fucking ass in yoga pants on fucking social media. Like, that's what it all boils down to. It all comes to that because you're not getting enough likes. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter what you look like. Just show your ass in your box. And then you get a fucking million followers, a million likes. Fuck all the rest of it. No one gives a fuck. Sex sales. Do it. Fuck it. But, you know, I thought about this. I'm like, man, I've been saying this often. The more I'm on social media, the more I'm confused by human behavior. And me saying that in itself should be concerning. That maybe there's something to it. Maybe I'm not fucking human. I just think I am. It's not that I think I'm a fucking super genius or some shit. I just think there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers that aren't as smart as me. You know, and that's not an egotistical thing. It's like, I don't consider myself a fucking genius or that I'm really entirely extremely smart. I know I'm a smart person in some regards. I'm fucking retarded in some. But I think there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there that just like they're either... I'm either an alien that came here and forgot that I'm an alien, or I'm from a line of, you know, my heritage comes from a long line of alien DNA where, you know, generations of fucking aliens that, you know, back when they built the pyramids, nobody understands how that shit was built, you know? Regardless of the fucking things, they took fucking sticks and a bunch of fucking people and pushed it up there. You know, regardless of that shit. there's a lot of things about aliens in the fucking pyramids and all over the world, like depictions of them, helping them fucking build this shit. Yet we're still confused about this. You know, like, maybe I'm a part of a line of fucking alien DNA that just forgot they were fucking aliens, but we look very similar. We look similar in aspects. Maybe that's why I got the big ears and fucking other big things about me. I got this big fucking nose. You know? Big eyes, my peepers. You know, I got big blue fucking peepers. I kind of look like an alien. You know, people question my fucking, my choice in hairstyles. Like, why do you do that? It's like, well, most of my people didn't have hair. They just have big noggins. And there, you know, I want to grow it out. You know, people question me about things. I tell them this. I'm from a long line of aliens that forgot our ways, that we look at people who are like, you've got weird human behavior. Kind of like it. Kind of don't like it. Some of you are fucking weird. I'm going to go on Instagram. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Hot dog sandwiches. So anyway, it's possible. It's possible that some of you are aliens. If you're looking down, you're looking at people. I mean, if you're looking down from a spaceship, you're probably an alien. That's a fact. But if you're looking, you know, you look at people and you just, social media, and you're like me, where you're just like, what the fuck is even happening? There's people here that are on a fucking box that sit here on a box, this black box that puts out fucking colors into your face. And there's a thing that takes your image and puts it in there. And then there's filters you can fucking manipulate to make yourself look better. And then you put it on some fucking place in the fucking, what they call the cloud. And then other people can see it immediately and then like it or not like it or fucking just shit talk you or, you know. And then that translates to where you feel good if enough people double tap their fucking screen, which isn't actually displaying anything. It's just a fucking it's just like a projection from the fucking color, the fucking LEDs within your fucking black box. It's a bunch of squares that are projected in a pattern that make you think it's fucking images. Uncanna is a CBD company. They make all kinds of CBD products which help people get over shit like anxiety, aches and pains, and general bullshit of the world. Uncanna takes the edge off of life. You know? Everybody's talking about CBD. There's a lot of great companies out there. But if I'm going to pick a company to put in my fucking body, I'm going to choose Uncanna. You know, you go to Uncanna.com, you use code VIOPRO, you get 25% off of all of the CBD products. Go check it out. At least go there and research. They got plenty of information, some fact sheets, the data on how pure and safe their product truly is. What do you have to lose, kids? Go check it out on Uncanna.com and make sure you use VioPro at checkout for 25% off your entire order of CBD. It's crazy. This world is fucking crazy. We know what's not crazy. That there was, this place called Zeta Reticuli. I'm reading from a paper right now. We talked about it on the, Alien Life episode I did with the boys from Florida. I got this article I printed out. You know, it's related to this shit I'm talking about. And the article says this. Is there any evidence of life in the Zeta Reticuli star system? Do you not know where that is? Let me tell you, that's 39 light years from us, friends. It seems not that far, but it's actually fucking really far. It's really fucking far away from us. We can't get there unless we figured out, like, anti-gravity or these off-world vehicles have enough technology to get us there. You know, the only way you can traverse the expanses of space, I don't know if you knew this, is if you have the ability to manipulate gravity. And it sounds like we might be seeing that soon, but who knows? And then, we can go to Zeta Reticuli and be like, yep, there's nothing here. There's fucking 2 suns and no fucking planets. But I have this, but a couple things to read to you, all right? It's from, this one's from, I'll get into Zeta Reticuli shit. But this one's from fucking The Sun. It's from, the Sun magazine or the fucking newspaper. It's, the title of this article is Mystery Radio Signal from Space that's on 157-day cycle just woke up right on schedule. So, if you didn't hear about this article was from August 25th. 157 days before this, there's a fucking radio signal. A fast burst radio signal coming from space in a specific direction. There's actually been a whole bunch that they found in space, projected in a direction, and they can detect it. Now, this would tell you that there is something or someone or some fucking pterodactyl out there fucking pumping out radio signals. It doesn't mean that there's life out there. It could be a supernova blasting off some shit because it's way more intense than the sun. Way more intense than the power of the fucking sun. But it could be indicative that there's somebody or something pushing out radio signals, which means they're intelligent too, like us. But I'll read this article. Okay. It was in August 25th by the Sun. Mystery radio signal from space that's on a 157-day cycle just woke up right on schedule. Okay. A mysterious radio signal beamed to Earth from a distant galaxy has been detected again by astronomers. The so-called fast radio burst repeats every 157 days with the power of millions of suns, and the latest barrage arrived right on time last week. That's like what? It's known as FRB 121102. Well, my fucking allergies are acting up. Scientists hope that studying the strange blinkering, never heard that before, signal could unlock the secrets to what FRBs are and where they came from. Fast radio bursts are intense pulses of radio waves that last no longer than a blink of an eye and come from far beyond our Milky Way galaxy. All right. These origins are unknown. Some think the energetic waves are the result of cosmic explosions, while others reckon they're signals sent by aliens. It's probably likely. Who knows? More than 100 FRBs have been discovered to date, but only a handful have repeated, and fewer still in a predictable pattern. Recurring bursts give scientists rare chances to study the origins of FRBs. It's rare because they only come once in a fucking blue moon, right? FRB 121102 is one of only 2 FRBs known to regularly repeat, and its cycle was described for the first time by British scientists earlier this year. All right, they found where that shit came from. They got that general idea. The astronomers traced its origins to a star-forming region in the dwarf galaxy 3 billion light years away. So good fucking luck. All right, good fucking luck getting there. You have a better chance of, buying my microwave cookbook and fucking making some hot dog meatloaf or some shit. During its cycle, bursts of millisecond-long signals are emitted for 90 days before a quiet period lasts 67 days for a total loop length 157 days. Woo! They're putting that shit out for fucking 67 days. Now a new study into the FRB has shed new light on its cycle and possible origin. The team at the National Astronomy Observatory of China. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be worthwhile. Detected 12 bursts from FRB 121102 on August 12th. They scanned the waves using 500-meter, whatever the fuck they're talking about, aperture spherical radio telescope, FAST, the world's largest telescope in southwest China. Maybe they're trying to give them coronavirus as well. The group's findings to the Astronomer's Telegraph suggest the burst currently is in an active phase and repeats every 156 days, not 157. Yeah, just like them to say it's different. We found something new. According to their paper, FRB 121102 active phase is due to end between 31 August and 9 September 2020. So this is a little bit old. This article is a little bit old, all right? It's probably like a month old or some shit. If telescopes continue to pick up bursts beyond these dates, then either its predictable pattern does not exist or has somehow evolved, they said. Scientists urge other teams to continue taking readings of FRB 121102 in the hopes of better understanding it. Based on the new readings, as well as the older ones, the leading theory is that the bursts are emitted by a type of neutron star called a magnetar. Oh, magnetar! I don't like how they try to say it's not aliens. I want to believe that the fucking aliens are pushing out fucking signals to us. The bat signals coming out. That's cool. There's fucking people in space. Maybe. I pulled off some shit from like some forum also, and I thought this was interesting. I'll read that. It said, because Zeta Reticuli is a star system that's like fucking 39 light years. You ain't getting there. Don't be, don't fool yourself. You're not getting there in this lifetime. So the question is there evidence of life in Zeta Reticuli star system? Now, you can look this shit up. I suggest you do, because you can get way into the fucking rabbit hole on Zeta Reticuli. There's a plethora of information out there, and you could sit there and just fucking look at this shit for days and, watch some YouTube videos, about the Greys and all the, like the different alien fucking types that are out there. It's all very fucking crazy, right? So, but go if you have time in your day or whatever, go look up Zeta Reticuli on YouTube specifically and see some really cool videos about like what they think's out there. So the question on this thing, I don't know where I got it from. It's where the fuck did I get this? I should cite my sources better. Okay, it's from the internet. This article was written by the internet, and it says, is there evidence of life in the Zeta Reticuli star system? And there's a bunch of people that wrote some fucking answers to it, like these fucking experts, these fucking internet experts. So this one dude, Richard Woods, who studied at the School of Life. God, look, what does this dude do? Like, you can see how many fucking things he's read. And then how many fucking answers he's viewed. Holy shit. This dude's got a lot. He has answered 4.2 thousand, so 4,200 for the layman answers. He's fucking been on this fucking thing. Oh, it's Cure, I think, is where I got it. He's been answering people. He answers 40, so he's a basement dwelling troll. Not only that, he's looked at 2.5 million answers. So he's been just fucking on there. Is this dude a fucking alien? Like, how the fuck does he do this? How the fuck? I can't say I've done 2.5 million anything. He's just sitting there all day like, what's this answer? Oh, how do you make a fucking turkey hot dog sandwich in the microwave? Fucking all different kinds of stuff. How do you do 2.5 million answer views? What the fuck? You're a fucking weirdo. Anyway, so he answers. Surprise, surprise. He wrote this fucking long thing. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. It's this fucking section right here is all he wrote. Size 12 font, single space. So, again, the question is there evidence of life on Zeta Reticuli star system? And Richard Woods, this fucking basement dwelling weirdo, said it is 39 light years away. So here is the problem. There could well be life there. Fucking all fucking weird grammar. There could well be life there, but we shall never know unless the Zetans, the Zetans, need to become at least as technologically advanced as we are sometime in the future. So he's assuming they're not fucking smarter than us and they haven't advanced further than us. They and we need to detect an electromagnetic signal of some sort and be able to translate into something understandable. Then we need to figure out how to solve the 78 problem. The one where you send a message and have to wait 78 years for the answer. And that is assuming you can send a message at actual light speed all the way. But when we send back, there it may well be that they cannot understand our message. So let us assume that it takes 20 years to figure out the problem, and then the 78-year problem has now reached the 138-year problem. And then the 138-year problem is getting out fucking double. Granted, it will be quicker afterwards, but only by 340 years. Now, maybe we'd like to visit. They seem cuddly and warm-hearted. But what do they think of us? Skinny, cold, and dangerous. Sound, right? Anyway, let's assume we decide to go. We managed to accelerate to 10% of the speed of light in 50 years. Avoid colliding with anything larger than a boogerall and head off. It takes 390 years to get there, plus 100 for acceleration and deceleration. The great-great-great-grandchildren of those set off arrive, only to find the Zetans were not friendly anyway, and we die! It takes 39 years for that news to reach Earth. Earth. Is all this a bit pointless? What the fuck did I just read? What the fuck? And then there's a lot of people that are saying, there never has been any proof of any life in existence anywhere. God, what the fuck did I just waste my time doing? I thought it was going to be fucking mind-blowing, and it's just fucking not. It's not. So I did a little AMA today, and I figured instead of because it was super late when I did it, and I figured instead of figuring out which questions I'll answer and collecting them, because I have it put out on a couple other things, I figured I'd answer the one that kind of stuck out to me, and hopefully I have something good to say here. Because I didn't think about it. The other questions I did the last time, I kind of saw them and then thought about them as I was writing them down or whatever. But so, oh fuck, I didn't even write the dude's name. So sorry if I'm not shouting you out. I could look it up real quick, I guess. Let me look it up and give you the shit. Or I could sing the fucking Dudes on Vacation song really quick to you and make you feel real nice. Or make some shit up like this song right here that you wouldn't want to hear any other day of the week. Hold on, I got the fucking thing right here, sorry. See, I'm a poet, I didn't fucking know it, dude. Okay, AMA, where you at? Nope, not on there. Not that one. Hold on. I know you're fucking sitting there in anticipation. Okay, this is from Eric Darby. And he asked, what's something you'd change about your podcast or products if you could go back? I'm one of those people that don't like to fucking think about going back. It's not that I'm I don't want to think about that. It's just I feel like personally everything leads you to where you need to be. I don't think there's something that is an overall plan that's in place. I'm not a very religious person per se. I don't know what guides everything, or if there's even a guidance for everything. Do we create these wakes like the butterfly effect? So I don't really sit there and go man, if I could go back, and with all the knowledge I know, I could fucking, I could wreck shop or some shit like that. I maybe used to fucking say that kind of shit, if I could only go back, man, and fucking I could fix things, if I could go back in time. But I don't know, because I feel like I'm supposed to be in a certain place, regardless if I want to be or not. And it's all this shit that I've created, or I'm going through, or bad times, good times. It's all like, you know, I don't even necessarily think it's there for a reason. I think it's, you just have things that happen and you adapt to them and use them as experience to, you know, guide future generations. You know, you can pass that knowledge on about, you know, shit that you didn't like about life and things you did so that we create better humans along the way. Better Zetons, because I'm not a human like you. But so this long-winded answer, I don't think I would change anything. But for the sake of this question, let me focus on the podcast. I would absolutely remove episode 1 through 10 because, you know, like maybe not 1. 1 was the first one, and that was like Mark was on there, and that's like a pretty popular episode. I think it's one of our most popular episodes because it's 1, and people just go like, "Let me see what that's like." And it's a weird thing because if you listen to the episodes now, they're like it's a fucking completely different thing, like a completely different podcast. And episodes 1 through 10 don't represent anything about the podcast now. It's weird to like even think about what I was doing on them because I was literally just figuring shit out, which is what has been my entire business and my fucking entire existence as an entrepreneur or doing this podcast. I figure shit out. I try to figure out what I want to do with things, and I'm never satisfied, and like I'm always moving shit around in the fucking studio, and I'm always like coming up with a new idea for something, and I'm always like buying new camera equipment that eventually I put somewhere, and I'm like, man, I fucking bought all this shit, and like I have a drone I bought that just I've used 3 times, and like, you know, I think if anything I would, you know, I would have to say, like, you know, just for shits and giggles, I would remove episodes 1 through 10, and I would just start doing the wacky shit that we started doing with fucking Bear Court, which was like, you listen to episode fucking 10 and 11 is completely fucking, it's not even in the same fucking galaxy or zip code or anything. It's like, you know, so, but it all builds. It's like it all builds to something. So, you know, me as a creative type and me as like this person that's just, you know, pushing stuff forward, I have to have those fucking little things that I don't like that I learn from, right? Like you've got to have all these things that just sucked and you build upon or you liked, and you know that, you know, you take the good and the bad and you figure out the shit. So I need essentially shit like the early episodes to get to where I'm figuring it out, which honestly right now I haven't figured shit out because it's a constant discussion about like, what am I doing with the podcast? Am I, you know, like I ask you guys and, you know, a Q&A, and I'll put out little polls, and it's people tell me their opinion about stuff, and it's like, okay, so I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, right? Like I'm just being myself. I'm putting this fucking wacky side, these little different things that I talk about with my friends, and I'm putting it out there. And you know, so it's a hard question, but it's a good one, right? Like this is the one that I focus on before I collect all the other ones that we do another one of these, because people seem to like the ask me anything things. So I don't, to answer the question, I don't think I would go back. Like me sitting here talking to you, I don't think I would go back and change it. But the other side of my brain would say that I would go remove episodes 1 through 10, and I would just start doing the wacky shit. You know, and like that's what I would do. As far as like the other stuff I do, I've wasted a lot of money on things thinking that this is what I wanted. You know, and that's part of it is tax deductions. You just write that shit off on your taxes and you move on. You just keep going. I spend a lot of money on stuff trying to experiment with products and whatnot. And so maybe if I could go back, you know, maybe I'd be more frugal on some of the stuff that I spend money on. But then again, that all builds to where I am today, right? To where the podcast is, where all the other shit is. It's, you know, it's not an easy question to like, if you actually think logically, oh, if I could go back, I would fucking totally do this. You know, because essentially you have all the answers in the future. So it's weird. Like, yeah, I would go back for sure and not spend as much on this stuff and not blow money on this, and maybe some of the relationship I have that I understand now that were like shit, I would remove. But if I did that, then things would be different. Maybe I wouldn't be in the place I am. Maybe I wouldn't be as, you know, doing as good as I am. Maybe, you know, mentally I'd be in a worse place because I didn't have that stressor of a fucking shit human being in my existence. And, you know, so, you know, if I could be honest about the question, to summarize it, I wouldn't fucking go back. I wouldn't go back and change anything. Because all the heartbreak, all of the bullshit I've done that didn't benefit me at all at the time, all of the wasted cash, you know, and capital on dumb ideas, got me to where I understand what I need to do at this current phase of my life, you know. So I hope that answers your question, Eric Darby, and everybody else that's sitting here listening to this. You know, we got stuff coming up, and I don't want to like just sit here and drone on and bore people. I do want to do these filler episodes where I could just push out fucking stuff that I've been thinking about. But the next few episodes are going to be awesome. These are going to be the fucking, these are going to be the bad movie reviews for Halloween season, the witching hour, the fucking, you know, all the movies that you suggested. On the last episode, I talked about which movies we're doing. We're doing a bunch of fucking good ones. We got Tusk, Sharknado, a Leprechaun movie, and then I can't wait for this. I can't wait to watch this fucking movie. It's almost like I want to do them in order. I want to do them like we're gonna do fucking Sharknado, then we're gonna do Tusk, then we're gonna do the Leprechaun in the Hood, and then we're gonna do fucking Rubber. But I want to take Rubber. I want to put it first because myself and Mark, we're gonna fucking sit here in the podcast studio on the TV. We're gonna watch one of those fucking movies and take notes and just laugh and maybe do like a fucking video while we do it. And but I want to put Rubber in the first right away because I think it's going to be the most outrageous fucking movie I've ever seen. So yeah, so I can't wait for this coming month. It's going to be 4 fucking episodes of bad movies. I hope you enjoy them. And I hope you tune in and listen to them because I can't wait for the fucking Rubber review. Hopefully I'm not fucking let down. I'm hyping this up so much in my head. It's like one of those things. It's like I hope that it's not such a letdown. I'm like, that wasn't actually that funny. It was just fucking weird. So, but, you know, a lot of you guys voted for it. So, you know, most of you guys that voted for it, guys and girls that voted for it, have probably seen it. So, you know, maybe it'll be good. The trailer looks fucking amazing. If you haven't seen it, go look at the trailer on YouTube. Shit's free, dog. So go check it out. And with that, thank you for tuning in to this episode. It's a little bit short, but, you know, it's just me. I can only talk to you so much on this video screen and this fucking microphone. We'll have a longer episode next week. And for the next 4 weeks, it'll be me, myself, and Mark. Me, myself, and Mark. What am I, going fucking crazy? I probably am. Bye-bye. If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.